You're watching Lynn TV. I'm Lucy Robson with this week's main stories. On Wednesday, memorial services were held across Cyprus to pay homage to 13 soldiers and firemen who died in the Evangelos Florakis naval base blast on July 11th last year. 98 containers of Iranian munitions exploded after exposure in the sun for 2.5 years. The armaments were confiscated from a ship Cyprus intercepted in 2009, sailing from Iran to Syria in violation of UN sanctions. The explosion destroyed the Vasilikos power station, which produced 60% of the island's power. No final rulings have been made to date on who was responsible for the blast, although a number of politicians and military personnel have appeared in court. And Cyprus's EFSF bailout terms are expected to be agreed by September, the Eurogroup has said. Meanwhile, representatives from the EU, the ECB and the IMF have postponed a visit scheduled for next week. The government has also been canvassing Russia and China for aid. And this week, police arrested a 33-year-old man in connection with the murder of a Romanian man in PAPHOS on Saturday. The 36-year-old was found with knife wounds to his head and abdomen outside his apartment in central PAPHOS. He was taken to PAPHOS General Hospital for emergency treatment, but died 1 hour later. Police suspect that the crime was over financial differences. And the first flight connecting Lebanon with PAPHOS landed this morning. The charter flight was fully booked and was the first in a service which will run twice weekly until mid-September. And the House has approved the sum of €31.5 million to help keep ailing Cyprus Airways afloat, awarding it €15 million now, with the remaining amount to be issued once the airline has appointed a new board and presented a feasible restructuring plan. And Yereskipu Beach has been fitted with disabled access, making it possible for wheelchair users and other visitors with impaired mobility to enjoy a swim. The ramp is located just past Rikos Beach Cafe, close to the lifeguard post. And finally, an earthquake measuring 5.7 MW, with its epicenter 350 kilometers off the west coast of Cyprus, was felt in Paphos on Monday afternoon for approximately 10 seconds. Police said that there were no reports of damage or injuries. There are about 500 quakes in Cyprus annually, but only an average of 10 are felt by people. Well, that's all for this week's news roundup. Join us again on Monday for a fresh update of local news.